So in my last video, I had gone through my dresser and I had gone through my closet and taken out all of my clothes and discarded the things that no longer brought me joy and kept the things that did. So thanks to a little inspiration from my friend Heidi, I went ahead and did the rest of my drawers, which was stuff like my bras, my socks, my shoes, my handbags, and I went through and I store them as according to her directions in here and the way that I arrange my closet. So let's do a little tour. Before we get started on the tour, I do want to say one thing. If you're the kind of person like me that just wants to jump in and start tidying as soon as you hit that section, just go. On page 189, I think, 189. 188. She says that she greets the house before she starts and that this speeds up the tidying process. So if you didn't start by greeting your house, or if you get stuck, you can go back down and greet your house. The other thing she says is, this is like a little shout out to Camille, but she always wears her work uniform, which is a dress and a blazer. So instead of tidying in a hoodie, which is normally what I'd be wearing, I put on a dress and a cardigan. I'm not a blazer girl. So make sure that you greet your house. If you want to do it the way that she is talking about here, is that you greet your house and then that you dress appropriately for the tidying festival. So with that said, let's take a little tour of what I kept and what I stored. So the last time I had filmed, I've done this dresser. I haven't done my laundry, as you can see. I haven't done my darks. There's no leggings there. I'm going to go ahead and ignore the stuff I found while I was cleaning my room and just focus back on my clothes, back to tidying. So let me show you my other dresser. Okay, so this is my other dresser. I only use this drawer in it. Back here I have the Blackberry that I found. These are actually just boxes. This is actually stuff I have to deal with, but that's in the category of things. And then I have my colored bras and my black bras, bralettes. Let's be real, they're all bralettes. And then my stockings, which I rolled up. Socks. So this is the kind of weird thing with the socks. I think I just have to read it. Let me state here and now. Never, ever tie up your stockings. Never, ever ball up your socks. That's bold, right? So she tells you in bold, it's going to change your life, but she also tells you never ball up your socks. So my socks, I don't really take good care of them. I don't really wear them unless it's winter. I wear sandals or flip-flops. I'm living that SoCal life. So she says that the socks and stockings stored in your drawer are essentially on holiday. They take a brutal beating in their daily work, trapped between your foot and your shoe, enduring pressure and friction to protect your precious feet. The time they spend in your drawer is the only chance to rest, but if they are folded over, balled up, or tied, they are always in a state of tension, their fabric stretched and their elastic pulled. They roll about and bump into each other every time the drawer is opened and closed. Any socks and stockings unfortunate enough to get pushed to the back of the drawer are often forgotten for so long that their elastic stretches beyond recovery. When the owner finally discovers them and puts them on, it will be too late and they will be relegated to the garbage. What treatment could be worse than this? I went back and I rolled them like she suggested. They were kind of really crumpled up in there. I put it in this drawer liner, which I really suggest if you want to do, if you like stuff like this. It's really nice. It smells really good. So some of them smell like Old Lady. Don't get one of those. Okay, this one, it says it smells like lilac, but it smells lovely. Anyways, back to my drawers. OCD friends, help me out. Because she says, when you stand in front of a closet that has been reorganized so that the clothes rise to the right, you will feel your heart beat faster and the cells in your body buzz with energy. So when I stand here, I don't feel that. And I don't know if, because she says, by category, coats would be on the far left, followed by dresses, jackets, pants, skirts, and blouses. And I don't really have any shirts, so it's all dresses, so help me out. So this is my walk-in closet. I have enough space to hang my long dresses. My husband's clothes are down there on the bottom. Those are his sneakers. There's this whole shelf that runs this way where I need the mister. So he's got to fix that, and then I might move his clothes over there. So he's got his clothes in here. Those are clothes from our wedding, or like Korean clothes. Those are his shoes. The 4 handbags that I kept, and then up here all my like dress shoes that are in the boxes and closed. And those are my albums, like my childhood photo albums that I don't know where else to keep them, so I keep them there. Okay, so she says the best way to store a bag is in another bag. So I'm gonna try that out. These are the bags that I'm gonna keep. This is like my Marc Jacobs bag that I realized my mom, she like kind of called me out on not taking care of it. So I was using it like literally every single day, but it's starting to like fall apart. So I'm going to put that in a bag and just take it out on special occasions. I have this backpack that I took to Disneyland with me. You can see it. Backpack, Fendi backpack. And there's a scarf in here that I realized that I don't want. So I'll have to, this one, oh, this one has a bunch of stuff in it. Ooh. So this bag is completely thrashed. It's like falling apart. But I'm still going to keep it because I love it, even though it has a hole and it's had my gym shoes and stuff in there. I'm still going to keep it because I love it, but I am going to empty it out first. And then this bag, which I got from the company that I used to work for when I lived in New York. So it's an MZ Wallace bag. All right, I'm going to put them inside of each other and see how that works out. I'm going to have to try a couple different configurations because I'm not sure. I don't think that I want to stuff everything in this one. Okay, so I didn't realize this until I was editing, but I didn't grab my everyday bag, and I didn't grab my like clutches, and I didn't do my everyday shoes because they're stored downstairs and not in my closet. So even though I did manage to bring all my clothing upstairs, when I started to do the subcategories, I just like brain farted. So if for some reason you're desperate to see those, I can take a picture of them and post them to the Facebook group. Alright guys, that's everything. So that's all my clothes, that's all my shoes, that's all my bags, all my socks, although that footage I accidentally erased, so you're welcome. To books. So if you've done all that, then you can move on to books. Again, I will be disposing of some items, responsibly disposing, donating, selling, and I don't know, maybe gifting some items, I don't know. So those things I want to get out of the way before I move on to books. I have already purged my books before, so this should be pretty simple, but I will walk you through it. Yeah, basically, if you're already done with clothes and you're going to go on to books, my barometer for keeping things are, 1, do I want to read it again? And then, will I read it more than twice? So if the answer is no, then I just get rid of it. I give it back to the library. A lot of the times that's what I do. I go to the library, I'll give it to a friend. And then the second thing is, can I get the book again easily? So I have a book that I can't get because it's published in the UK, and I can't even order it on Amazon. So that one I kept because I will read it again. I don't know how many times I'll read it, but I won't be able to find it again easily. So if it's just like a mass market thing or, you know, bestseller, that's something that you can move on from, or I like to give out books to friends. So if you're doing books and this is a book club and you have some books you'd like to give up, that's a good way to get started. So I will see you next week. What is procrastinating? So I had Alexis ask, like, what do I do with my everybody else's stuff? And then Jacqueline said, my husband's a big boy, he can take care of himself. So This is my husband's stuff, and I just have to ignore it because she says if you look at their stuff, you're not dealing with your stuff, which is like, that's not a good way to keep everything, but I could spend the whole time kind of focusing on his stuff and then like, you know, my stuff, but I'm supposed to be doing my clothes.